Hello, my name is Sabrina, and welcome to the RealPositiveGirl podcast. Thanks again for coming to listen or watch the quick video on my IG. If you are interested in going to see the video that's on my Instagram, you can either go to my RealPositiveGirl page, which is just at RealPositiveGirl, or you can go to my main personal regular page at Sabrina Joy Perozzo and watch that. So happy Monday. I hope that whether you're just starting your day or you're in the middle of your day, you're at the end of your day, I just hope that it's been a good day. And if it hasn't, just believe that it can get better, even if you only have an hour left of your day. Let's say you wanted to listen to this in the evening and your whole day has been super crappy. I get it. I get it that you just will sometimes just stumble through your day and you're just like, oh, this is so crappy. I need to try to do something, listen to something, read something, watch something to just kind of make you feel better, make you believe in humanity and the world again. I totally get it. But I just hope that your day is going well, or it went as well as it could. And I'm glad that you're tuning in, and I hope that in this podcast and once episodes coming forth, that I'll be able to help you in some way or give you some sort of motivation, inspiration, encouragement, love, something to think about, something helpful. So let's jump right in, because my intention for these podcast episodes is to be under 10 minutes, because you don't need something super long, and maybe in the future I'll do episodes that are expanded a little bit longer, but I think it's good to get in, get out. I would love to receive some feedback on that, how you feel about that, but that is my goal right now. So today is Monday, and today we are going to talk about why it's okay to do a reset at any time of the day. So a reset would be just to take a moment to stop, evaluate where your mind is, and reset it. So I'm not necessarily saying that you're going to just let things go or pretend like things aren't happening. You're just literally going to reset your mind to baseline and reprogram your thoughts at the moment so that you can continue with your day without letting everything else drag you down. So there aren't any rules or limits on how often you can reset or start over for the day, the week, the month, whatever. You can do it at any point. Let's say you might need to do it 5 times during the day, because if you start and your day is so crappy and things just continue to hit, but you decide that okay, this crappy thing's happened, I have tried to problem solve it and figure it out, I'm just going to reset. I'm going to be like, okay, well, from here on out, everything can be fine. I am not going to let this thing weigh me down and give me a sour attitude for the rest of the day. And, sometimes you might need to do that over and over and over again, and there is nothing against that. We've all had those days. There's no rules or limits on how many times you can do that in a day. The benefit you receive from resetting is a gift in itself. Letting things go and starting again is fantastic. And I'm not saying letting it go forever, because if someone has wronged you or something bad has happened that you really do have to fix at some point later, but you need to focus on what's happening right now, it is absolutely important to just reset your mind right at that point so you're able to deal with whatever else is coming in the rest of the day. And even if that means that there's only 1 hour left in the rest of your day, and you decide, okay, I've let everything pull me down this last 12 hours of the day, or how many hours you've been up, I am going to reset my mind, come back to baseline, start the day over essentially right at that moment so that you can enjoy the last hour of your day, or however long. It's a good, not necessarily mental game, but it's so helpful to just tell your mind, we are not going to fixate out on those things. We are going to try to just be calm and move on with the rest of the day and jot down any notes or anything if we do have to come back to it. The reason I say, if you actually listened to the intro that I posted, let me back up. If you listened to the intro that I posted about what this podcast is all about, what's the reason behind it, I mentioned that you can listen to this podcast at any time of day. And just as I'm saying that you can reset your mind at any time of day, the reason I say this is because it gives you time back. You know, even if it's only at the end of the night, you can still salvage an hour, like I already said, or whatever time of day to recoup back that day. You are gaining time back because you are not going to let whatever has happened just take over your day, suck it down. It's kind of like a vampire, just like sucking all the blood out of your day where you just feel dead at the end. No, before that actually happens, you will stop. You'll just stop, look around, maybe, and if you're like me, you'll just sit there and you'll be like, okay, all this crappy stuff has happened. Let me take some notes. I can problem solve this later with someone else's help, whatever. Okay, I'm moving on to the next thing. I'm going to enjoy this part of my day without dragging everything else into it. I'm going to have this time to do these things as opposed to just continuing to have like a long train of things follow you in through the night and you lose all the time because all of that stuff is holding you back, especially your mind. You're not able to decompress, all of that stuff. I do want to make the note that the whole day does not need to be a wash just because one or even multiple bad things have happened. This is something that I am pretty familiar with because there are people that I know that will just, if one bad thing happens, they'll let that ruin their mood, ruin their whole day. They will literally say those things out loud. Wow, this has just ruined my whole day. When it doesn't have to be like that. You literally could just take a moment to review what happened, problem solve it if you can at the time. If you can't, go ahead and take some notes and figure out what you can do in the future. But you want to take a step back, take a break from that, and don't let it just consume you. Don't let it consume you in everything that it is. It's not necessary. And a phrase that I like to say is you want to grow and let it go. So you want to grow by evaluating how that problem came to be, what caused it, how you can avoid it in the future, and then just let it go and move on. And I think that's super important to evaluate how you can grow and learn from an experience, but then also know how to just move on and let it go. You don't need to continue to worry about it, harbor feelings towards it, let it control your entire life. So again, why is it okay to reset at any time of the day? Because it gives you time back to spend doing other things as opposed to letting anything negative, bad, unexpected just try to take all the breath and life out of you, to cause you to worry and have extreme anxiety. And it kind of gives you a breath of fresh air in that moment. Okay, we're starting over again right now. Absolutely. This is the new part. This is a new day at this time. I'm going to move forward. Not pretend like anything bad didn't happen, but just that you can still find joy in some part of the rest of your day, even if your day is so crappy and at the end you're just like, okay, I'm grateful that I'm alive and I'm not suffering from some sort of crazy disease. You have a roof over your head, food in your belly, money to drive your car, get to work, you have a job, those kind of things. So it's okay to reset at any time of the day. I really hope that this has helped. I hope that this will just encourage you to be positive, to know that you can start over at any point. You can salvage a bad day. You don't have to let it hold you down. And one little thing does not need to ruin your whole entire day. So thank you so much for listening to the Real Positive Girl podcast. I hope that you've actually found value in anything that we've talked about today. Have an amazing day. Try to find joy at some point in your day, no matter what. And, well, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.